Today I'm going to be replacing the inner and outer tie rods and the boot. It does require some special tools. The boot, this is not the original boot. I don't know exactly what the original boot. I believe it has metal retainers. This one is, I believe, a universal one, and it was held in with zip ties. And I noticed that this was cut to size. What I have for replacement is universal, and I'm going to have to cut it to size. I'm replacing them because there is clearly a hole in here. They're 15 bucks, so it's worth it. So, what I'm going to do is, this next step would have been a lot easier had I done it with the knuckle on the car, but I have to remove the outer tie rod end. So what I'm going to do there is use a pipe wrench and hold this, and then I'm going to loosen this nut. Get the wrench handles a little closer together. I'll have better leverage. There we go, broke free. Now, important, count the turns. There's 1, 2, 3, 22, 20, 23 turns. Okay, so it's 23 turns for the outer. Now I'm going to remove this nut completely. The reason is to take the boot off. Okay, the boot will come off. Okay, here we go. Got it. I'm just going to keep this wrench on here to twist it off. There it is, guys. There's the tie rod inside here. Alright, time to put everything together. I have my new boot. I have my new inner tie rod. I'm going to slide the boot on. Put the nut on. Slide the boot back down. Alright, let's get my torque wrench out. It's set to 70. And what I want to do here is very slow and controlled. I do not want to go fast. I do not want to jerk it. I want things to go very smooth to put the least amount of stress on the rack and pinion system. I want this to go nice and smooth. Alright, there we go, guys. That's it. Pretty confident nothing went wrong. This tool, by the way, I got it from O'Reilly's. I didn't buy it. I'm just renting it from them. Alright, now I'm going to slide the boot over it. Alright, the boot is on. I'm going to reuse my old nut because it's a lot wider. It's going to have a lot more surface area than the one that came with it. My new inner tie rod was a little shorter. I counted it, it looks like about 2 full revolutions. So I had 23 turns to take the old one off. I'm going to put 21 turns to put this one on. 1, 2, 3, okay, 21. Bring the nut down. Alright, I am not, it's where I want it, it's at 21 turns. I'm not going to lock this down. I locked it enough so nothing will move, but I'm not going to torque it down until I get it exactly in place where I want it. Removing the inner tie rod, find the right size adapter. The tool on, get my breaker bar and my cheater bar, and let's do this. Okay, I broke it free. And there it is. Time to install the new inner tie rod, boot, and outer tie rod. Okay, I went on as far as I could by hand. Now I'm going to use the tool according to the field service manual. Torque specs are 70 foot-pounds. Sorry, arms in the way. Okay, I'm going to go the rest of the way by hand. Now I have my torque wrench set to 70 foot-pounds. Son of a gun. This is an important step here. Go nice and gentle, real slow. Do not jerk it. You're trying, just do it quickly. I want to go nice and slow so that it torques with putting the least amount of stress on the rack and pinion system. There we go. Take this tool off. Okay guys, the inner is on. Now to do the boot. I replaced my boots, they were damaged. I was pleasantly surprised to see that there were new aftermarket boots. They're generic, they're universal. You do have to trim them to size. Zip tie comes with the kit. It seems like just about everything modern comes with zip ties, even though the older manuals tell you not to use them. There is a groove that zip tie needs to sit down into. Get the zip tie nice and tight. I had some side cuts. What do I do with them?